You're listening to the AID Network.
Hey friends, today we kick off 5 years of Creep Week on the AID Network. And a lot of things have changed in 5 years. Listeners have come and gone, co-hosts have come and gone. We've interviewed a lot of people, made a lot of new friends, even made a couple of enemies. But the through line of the last 5 years is our main sponsor, Jack Prince, jakprince.com. They believe in adventures and design. They believe in the community that we've been able to put together, and they believe in you. That's why they offer you a discount at jackprince.com/circle of trust. And as you know, the show doesn't have a ton of sponsors because I only want to interrupt the content with ads that will make your career stronger and easier. So whether you're looking to make something for your web store, looking to make something for a client, broker it out, make a little bit of money in the middle there, or just getting started with something to send out or sell during the holidays, always remember to go to jackprince.com/circle of trust, shop through their website, and envision how all of their products and services could take your artwork and make it even greater when you turn it into merchandise. Thank you, Jack Prince, for supporting Adventures in Design, and thank you for supporting 5 years of Creep Week. And speaking of sponsors that are here to support you, our good friend Brian Allen of Flyland Designs created this year's Creep Week 2018 logo. But he's created a set of brushes that could help you out even more. If you're familiar with Clip Studio Paint, former Manga Studio 5, Brian has a selection of different packages of brushes. You can get as little as 110 brushes or as many as 520 brushes. And guess what? You're never going to spend more than $9, and you're going to spend less when you use the coupon code COT. Go over to his website, flylanddesigns.com/shop. Look at the brushes. Look at all the different types of textures and techniques that you can use. And keep in mind, this is an illustration program that's a one-time fee for your desktop, so no more monthly fees. You know who I'm talking about. Or if you do want something that's mobile, they have a monthly fee for their iPad app. And the best thing about it is it's not a watered down, it's the full deal. Flylanddesigns.com/shop. Head over there and check out their Clip Studio Paint brushes. Thank you, Brian Allen, for an amazing Creep Week 2018 logo. Oh, if only we could talk to him soon. Let's get started with Creep Week, episode 1 of 8. The 2018 season begins now with Comment Below's complete guide to Halloween. Steve. You're a holiday early.
Out of my way, Brigade! The holidays belong to
Steve. I appreciate you have a bumblebee costume on. It looks real cute. The little yellow and black sweater you're wearing, but this is not your holiday, Steve. This belongs to the pagans. This belongs to the Satanists. This belongs to the creeps. This belongs to the pedophile. No, this belongs to the people that celebrate Halloween.
That's me!
Oh, no. Sorry, my friend. Your holiday will start in a month when we do the 8 days of Steve. But right now, me and Fruity McGee. How you doing, Sean?
I'm good, thank you. It's nice to see Steve in person. I haven't seen him before. I've only ever heard him over the radio. So it's he's a fun one. Let's say that.
I'm kind of a big deal. Hey, Sean, you crawl out of the sea too.
All right. Hey, the only one who shames Sean is me. Okay.
Whoa.
I'm the only one who shames
so
Sean.
True.
Do you know what I mean? Like, Ruth, watch your fucking back. If I hear you talking shit about Sean, you don't want it. All right, Steve, we'll see you in a month.
I'll be back.
Yes, you will. Unfortunately, yes, you will. And Steve, I don't know if you know this, but he's in over his head with lawsuits. He tried to he tried to copyright Hanukkah.
Oof. yeah, you don't want to do that.
No.
Like when Disney tried to copyright the Day of the Dead or whatever it was. Did you see that?
Yeah.
That was a good one. Great work, guys.
Don't get
No such
greedy.
thing as cultural appropriation.
Don't get greedy. Yeah, Steve tried to, because he believes Steve is the reason for the season, he tried to trademark Hanukkah. So that obviously created a huge uproar amongst a certain percentage of the population. And I'll give you a hint. They wear hats, but they're not red and white, if you know what I mean.
No, I don't get it. Tell me more. I don't get it. Go on. Keep going.
So there's people that wear hats so God can't see their bald spot, but those hats aren't red and white, and they don't say make Halloween great again.
Oh, okay. I think I need more information. I don't know where you're going with this one.
Okay. Let me explain this to you. There's dudes that wear these hats, right? And they don't have a bill.
Right.
They're like that little circle hat minus the propeller. And it chills on the back.
Right. Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's a religious hat. Okay. But then there's
right. No, I get it.
Then there's another group that wears hats. They used to wear a white hood, but they traded it in for a more fashionable red and white baseball cap. They like to go to rallies full of white people, and they like to chant things like "Lock Steve up, lock Steve up." Now you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do actually. Yeah, I know.
Oh,
but there was that one black guy who wore one of them red and white hats. I saw him.
The Medici
I saw him
family.
on the news.
You don't know, Sway. You don't know, Sway. Kanye West.
Exactly.
You're officially a piece of shit. Like an official piece of shit that is willing to do anything you fucking can for attention. And let me just remind you something, Kanye. Not everyone is completely wealthy and successful. Not everyone married into a wealthy family. Not everyone has the music career you have. Not everyone caught the breaks that you did. So it's real easy to sit on your fucking private jet with your Make America Great hat again on after you just performed SNL for the umpteenth time. You were a last minute booking. I know this. But it's real easy to sit there and say, let's abolish the 13th Amendment. Let's make the law that makes slavery illegal. Let's make it legal again. Because, hey, right now there's not a fucking climate of white hate sweeping across America. That's the real creep week. That's the real scary thing that's happening here Halloween.
I'm going to burn all my Kanye West records. He's so gross.
I actually was a fan of his music, but my God, what a fucking asshole. Okay, here's what we're doing on today's Creep Week below. I have in front of us an enormous list of all things on TV that will take us up to the Halloween festivities, right? I've got a creepy wiki. I have a complete TV listing of all things each day that's happening. It's going to be more spooks than you can shake a stick at, and we're going to have a good time doing it.
Right, okay. Sounds good. And alive. Bloody hell.
Are you ready to jump in, Sean?
Jesus. I'm ready for the spook chat. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Today is Monday, October 22, and this is what is available for you. Over on ABC, their freeform station, Maleficent. And now I think this is the what's her name? She was married to Brad Pitt.
Angelina Jolie.
Thank you. It's her version of Maleficent. And then Hocus Pocus as well, which they're going hard on Hocus Pocus over on Freeform this holiday season. I've never seen it. Beth absolutely loves it.
I think it's that one of them things where, like, once there's enough distance between the film coming out and like kind of, you know, those people getting they start to kind of think that it's good again. It happened with Space Jam. I know that that's not a horror, a Halloween film, but it's the same thing. Everybody thinks, oh, Space Jam, that was amazing. But it's like, no, it was really bad.
No, it's horrible.
It's just there's been enough time away from it that there's nostalgia for it now. And it's just, Hocus Pocus is one of those things for sure.
Yeah, it's tapping into that. And then they also have Witches of Eastwick, which is someone I'm not totally familiar with, and Warm Bodies.
That's good.
So there you go. I've
seen Warm Bodies.
Warm Bodies good?
Yeah, I'm going 4 for 4 right now.
Look at
Let's
you.
do this.
Look at you.
I genuinely thought this was going to be like tumbleweed in the desert kind of thing. But I'm like, oh, I'm all over it. Yeah, Maleficent, check. Let's do this.
All right, cool.
Okay, I'm.
Are you
I'm all
watching the
in.
Disney live actions?
Yeah, I've seen them all. Yeah.
Do you enjoy them?
Unfortunately, like I'm going to drop off at some point because they're going to just keep bringing them out. You know, they really are, like, the list of them is growing so much, and
Yeah.
there really isn't really enough of a reason to watch them. I don't know about yourself, but I just think what they seem to be doing is like reinventing them for a modern age, but not necessarily in a good way. Just getting
Right.
rid of all the kind of the grey areas.
Right.
And it's like, I don't care about any of that. Like, you know, we're going to make a gay character, but it's like, you're not going
Right.
to do that. You're
Right.
just going to kind of hint towards it. So, yeah, I don't know. Aladdin looks fine. I'll probably watch it, but then after that, I'm done.
I was one and
Yourself?
done. I one and done. I went and saw Jungle Book, and I'm like, well, that was a complete waste of my time.
Oh yeah,
And-
of course.
and
I remember
then
you
I
saying
was
that.
done.
Cinderella was the best one.
Really?
Cinderella was the best one. That was like the first one that came out, and everyone was like, "Oh, this is fine. Like, this doesn't really do much." And now, after they've brought out a bunch of fine films, you start to reappraise Cinderella and think, "Oh no, actually, that was the cultural high point of this new Renaissance thing." But never mind. Anyway, they're not interesting. They look good and they're well made, and then that's as good as it gets.
Yeah, I think actually, I watched the Wizard of Oz one they did with James Franco, and
Oh, okay. I think that's a different thing, though, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
that's not really Wizard of Oz.
No.
It was like a
but
different thing. Oz the Great and Powerful.
yeah, that movie was sort of a balloon that they were sending out to see, are people still into Wizard of Oz, because they've been wanting to do Wizard of Oz stuff out in the park for quite some time, and
Oh, right. Okay.
that movie failed miserably. It was horrible, and they just once again put all of that on pause. But they've had a really great idea for a Wizard of Oz attraction out at the park, and they actually own that licensing to do that. But
I didn't know.
they've
that.
never made a move.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. They were supposed to be making a Wicked movie, and that's kind of just been put on the back burner as well. And
Yeah.
Wicked's great. Like, we've seen that a couple of times and stuff. That's still like super popular, but it just doesn't necessarily translate. But that Wizard of Oz movie wasn't great. The one that you're talking about.
No, it was real
Like,
bad.
I just
Tonight, AMC Fear Fest has their Slasher-thon. This goes from tonight into tomorrow, and it features
right.
let me see. Slasher-thon features Halloween H2O, 20 years later.
Okay.
Halloween
That's
2007.
fine.
Friday the 13th.
Oof.
Curse of Chucky. Cult of Chucky. Wes Craven's New Nightmare. House of Wax. Scream 4. The Gallows. Freddy's Dead. The Nightmare. The Final Nightmare. Candyman. Farewell to the Flesh. And the premiere of Final Destination 2 and 3.
Oh, the premiere. Why have they not been on before?
I guess they've not been on their
Films.
network before.
Right. That's a real mixed bag of movies. There are some good movies in there, but oh man, there are some absolute stinkers. That's too many movies to watch in 2 days.
Oh, I
Nobody's
mean,
sleeping.
you could just turn on AMC whenever you want, and somebody's going to get slashed. But the one thing
Yeah,
they don't have in
that's
there is Guns N' Roses. Like, I would love to see fucking just Slash, like, and then from 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. just a solo from Slash. That'd be amazing if he was the host.
Yeah, that's probably the only thing that I would watch on AMC that day.
I see Slash's kid in my neighborhood all the time. He
Okay.
I recognize him. I know who his kid is, and he hangs out with this other famous kid, and I see him riding around on bicycles. I'm like, your dad's in Guns N' Roses. All right.
How
Over on-
old? Sorry, go on. You're all good. I was just going to ask you stupid questions about Slash's kid. You're fine. Don't worry.
Like early teenager, maybe.
Oh, okay, that's fair enough. I thought that Slash was pretty old. I just kind of expected him to be like a 35-year-old riding around on a bike because he's Slash's kid. That's
no.
all. I was just a bit
No, Corey
confused.
Parks from Nashville Pussy. She had a kid with Dwayne Peters. I'd see Dwayne Peters' kid in the neighborhood, and then he'd be hanging out with another kid. And then one day I looked on Instagram, I'm like, oh fuck, that's Slash's kid, and it all kind of came together. All right.
Belmont Heights.
TCM, hey, easy with the location. TCM, Turner Classic Movies. They're going old school. You ready for this listing tonight?
Always.
All right.
Yeah.
The Phantom Carriage from 21.
Oh.
Eyes Without a Face from 59. A Woman's Face from 41. The Frankenstein Myth from 2018. We'll just cram that one in there.
Nope.
Son of Frankenstein, 1939. And then
Jesus.
the Frankenstein myth again. You're repeating on me, TCM. So there you go.
Yeah, well, they got to plug the new one, haven't they? They must have made that one, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's
It's
probably their...
Put it on a few times.
So that is everything that's just happening today.
That's a real mixed bag. I've never even heard of any of those movies. A woman's face. Like, why would anybody want to see a woman's face?
Do you think it's like a Muslim film?
Oh, God. Jesus. I never thought you were going to go there. That's a good point. Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's what it is. It's just like propaganda. Jesus. What else is on? That's mental. I love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, now.
Okay, here's just a list of things that are on. If you're looking for true life horror, there's Eli Roth's History of Horror on AMC. This looks pretty good. They have a roundtable discussion of different people like Quentin Tarantino and Robert Englund, Linda Blair, Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
They have a roundtable of different people that have made their mark in horror or being fans of horror, and they just sort of sit around and like dissect it and discuss it. Probably what we should have done if we knew more. So there you go. There's that.
Yeah,
there's also
that's the thing.
we're doing what we can. Then there's Haunted on Netflix. Netflix goes the docuseries route for Haunted, which interviews people who have had liaisons with paranormal and recreates their stories with dramatizations. So there you go.
So it's just going to be, it sounds like a thing that doesn't exist then.
It should be called Liars.
Yeah, it really should. It's just going to be a blank screen for 30 minutes. Fucking stupid.
Now, the Travel Channel had to get in on Halloween, just like us, with Haunted Live. Now airing on the Travel Channel, Haunted Live hooks viewers into their lives of paranormal investigating group named the Tennessee Wrath Chasers.
Okay.
They have red and white hats.
Oh, yeah, you know it. So is that just going to be like going around like ghost hunting kind of thing?
I think so.
Or something like that.
As the show airs, viewers...
The Travel Channel.
Yeah, as the show airs, viewers can follow along via Facebook and interact with the chasers, giving them input on what to explore next.
I barely use Facebook as it is, and that's not going to draw me into it. So what, are they trying to get people to come to Tennessee? Is that what it is? It's like, oh, here's, this is the Travel Channel. Like, come to Tennessee and see some crazy people who think they're a ghost.
Tennessee Wrath
I don't
Chasers.
understand what the angle is.
Is
that what the Travel Channel is? Is that like almost like advertisements for places, or is it?
It's
like
just destinations
about places.
It's destination driven. Like, they'll do a show where it's like 10 hotels to stay in that are by the sea, that kind of shit. It's basically the type of content that YouTube just wiped out, and independent people can make better lists and destination things than that. Over on Amazon, it's the second season of Lore. The second season of the anthology series will continue the mission of the first to uncover real events that gave way to our most frightening myths. Based on the podcast by Aaron Menike, the show uses animation and narration to dramatize the stories, and you can see a new batch of episodes over on Amazon. When Lore came out last year, the push in LA was real big, and they had these real creepy billboards that were everywhere, but I never watched more than the billboards.
Are they creepier than the Chick-fil-A billboards with all the cows? Because they're pretty creepy as well.
Those cows dress up like chickens for Halloween.
Very nice, very nice. Maybe I'll get to see that. I'll be so
maybe
close
you will.
if I don't.
Here you go. You ready?
Man.
Travel Channel hits it again. Most terrifying places in America. I mean, that's pretty much anywhere these days.
I'm not going to any of those places. Belmont Heights.
Hey, easy.
Slash's son. Woo! On a bike. Go on, anyway.
Another seasonal appropriate docuseries that's currently airing on the Travel Channel, Terrifying Places, does exactly what the title says. It tours the most haunted sites in the country, like the famed Winchester House and San Jose, California, and the Shanghai tunnels of Portland, Oregon. Scary Portland, Oregon. Do you have a local batched sourced coffee? No, only Maxwell House. Ah!
Yeah, I don't go to these places for this kind of thing, and I'm sure that they exist. You know, where we live, there's a bunch of kind of like old Victorian ghost walks and stuff, and I'm just like, nope, I'm all good, thank you. I'm just going to stay in and not deal with any of that nonsense.
Tomorrow's Tuesday.
Partly because I'm scared.
Tomorrow's Tuesday, 10/23. This is what we got for you. Over on TCM, The Curse of Frankenstein. Man, they're really on that Frankenstein tip. Then 1:30, Frankenstein Created Woman. What a title from 1967. Frankenstein Created Woman. It sounds like it's missing a word in there. And then
It really does.
1970s, Frankenstein Must Be Destroyed. And then 1943's The Mysterious Doctor.
What are these movies? Jesus.
Boy, they dug them
These are
out.
supposed to be classic movies.
Yeah, they dug them
I'm
out.
sure some people are like, I'm sure Don Clark's like, oh, well, you know, this is an absolute classic. I love it. But I'm just like, what the fuck is all this nonsense?
I'm sure.
It's like,
Ghoulish Gary's like, you don't know that one was actually what they based Bride of Chucky 2 off of?
yeah, exactly. Edmiston's like making paintings of it right now, but I just like, I don't fucking know what any of this shit is. I'm just like, okay.
It just
seems interesting.
I just want a pumpkin on my porch, dude. I don't need to make it a lifestyle. Tonight on Tuesday night on Freeform, which is ABC Family, used to be. They have the Addams Family from 1991.
Into it.
Dude, every attractive girl loves to dress like Friday for Halloween.
God, I love it. Absolutely love it. I
Approved.
I might have to have a pause. We might have to have a pause in the podcast.
Do I need to do Wednesday by myself?
My mind's gone blank. It really has. Oh.
I believe it was played by Christina Ricci in that series.
Yeah, she was Wednesday.
Who's Friday?
Yeah. I don't know. That's what I was like. That's what I was thinking.
Oh,
like what are you talking
I
about?
meant Wednesday.
Yeah, it was Christina Ricci.
Yeah, I meant Wednesday.
You're dead right.
Sorry, my bad. Friday.
Friday though.
Oh, Friday. Dude.
Friday's better because you get loose on a Friday, don't you?
Yeah. Well,
you're a bit uptight on a Wednesday. It's too close to the middle of the week. Too many days to go.
I'm not into younger gals, so by Wednesday, she's just right.
She's 2 days older, so it's closer.
And then also on Freeform, they have Monster House. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, it's an animated movie from a few years ago. I've not seen it, but I hear that it's a thing that exists. I don't know what to say because it's like there's so many movies that come out. There are so many movies that come out that you kind of forget. And there's also them like really shit Adam Sandler ones that kind of coming out. Like, is it Hotel Transylvania or something that they keep kind of coming out every year? And I think I get confused between the two. But Monsters House looked all right, but I've not seen it because why would I?
Exactly. Hey there, free listener. I would like to encourage you to become a member of the Circle of Trust, where not only you get today's complete episode, but you can go through our archives and listen to over 4 years in our back catalog. Unlock interviews from creepy folks like guitarist Jordan Buckley of Every Time I Die, or the fantastic space traveler of time, Mr. Skinner, or the co-creator of The Walking Dead, Tony Moore. Head over to the archives, dig through all of these. We've been doing this now. This is our 5th year, so there's 4 years of Creep Weeks for you to dive into. And Circle of Trust members, what are you doing? If you need a little bit more creepiness, if you're working the late hours, if you're working the graveyard shift, make sure to go into our Creep Week collection and dig through all the past gems of decay. What do you say we get back into our first episode of this year's season, an expanded season of 8 episodes of Creep Week? If you're a Circle of Trust member, you're going to be happy because you're going to get the full run of all of these. And we've got some pretty creepy guests this year. Do you want horrors of the occult? Because if you do, they have Apostle on Netflix.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, I'll tell you.
I've never heard of it.
Fans of the raid, stand at attention. Welsh-born writer and director Gareth Evans is jumping into Netflix with Apostle.
I'm in straight away. Fans of the raid. You had me at fans of the raid. That sounds amazing. Genuinely, I'm well excited. This sounds brilliant.
Okay, which stars Dan Stevens as a man in the early 1900s who travels to an island in order to rescue his sister from a cult.
This is giving me all of the like kind of Wednesday, Friday bonus that it's just like, it's keeping me up. Dan Stevens and Gareth Evans, that sounds amazing. Why have I never heard of this?
It's called The Apostle on Netflix. Think of The Wicker Man, but with a more high-intensity action and someone coring a human skull. Apostle, now streaming.
Yep. That sounds absolutely amazing. The Raid, if you've never seen it, oh man, they'll be on Netflix or something like that. They are unbelievably good movies. So
nice.
Just I'm all over it. Definitely.
I like the one that they did about the Lost Ark.
Oh yeah, me too.
That one was good.
All the snakes.
Snakes.
Not into it.
Tourist. There's this thing. There's this thing at Disneyland. It's called.
Oh yeah, heard of it.
Yeah. There's this thing at Disneyland, and it's called Indiana Jones Temple of Doom. And when you finish the ride, this isn't much of a spoiler, but when you finish the ride, there is an animatronic of Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones, sort of saying goodbye to you. And I told Sean that when A Force Awakens was coming out, I wish that they would have just put a shitty vest on him. And when you come by him in your car, it's just like, hey kids, don't forget Force Awakens in theaters December 20th. Like, it would have just been fucking amazing. Just bad voiceover.
They could have done an overlay because they did loads of Star Wars overlays anyway, like Season of the Force stuff, and that could have been added to it. And just added a vest to like some of the Tiki Room birds and stuff. And we're like, hey, you want to see Force Awakens? That would have been amazing. Just keep riding that train. I hear that there's a skull somewhere in that Indiana Jones ride. I haven't seen it myself though.
There is a skull in that ride that is easily 3 stories tall. And when we got done riding it for the first time ever, I go, dude, what about that giant skull? And Sean goes, what skull? You totally didn't even see it.
No, I didn't. And then the second time I went on it, like 3 months later, I did. But I was just like, I thought you were shitting me. And everyone was just like, oh, you didn't see the skull. I was like, all right, leave me alone. I'm not getting in line for 45 minutes to go and see it again. But
you would have.
We'll do it in a few weeks. Yeah.
Also,
absolutely.
If you're looking for a cult, there's Satan's Slaves over on Shudder. This Indonesian film focused on a family who has recently lost their mother, a famous singer, to a mysterious illness. Following her passing, her children are tormented by the malevolent forces. Pass.
Is Shudder that's like a paid for streaming service for like horror, isn't it? But it isn't a thing that I really know about over here and stuff, but it sounds really interesting. It sounds like they get quite a lot of random stuff, but yeah, I'm not into that. Definitely.
Are you ready for Wednesday, October 24th? It's the hump day before Halloween.
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do this.
Do you think they named Wednesday on
Travel
hump
Channel
day for a reason? No,
I don't understand. Why?
Do you think
humping Wednesday, Adams?
Just saying. Look, dude. I take all of the facts and I string them together. That's what I do. All right. If you're a fan of
you're a journalist.
Exactly. A journalist that's willing to die for the story. Are you ready? The Goldbergs on ABC. Their 2018 Halloween episode features Robert Englund plays Freddy Krueger.
Yeah. Have you seen this program? I know that it's got Jeff from Curb Your Enthusiasm in it, but I've never seen it.
I have not seen it, but it looks like something that I could maybe get into. It looks like it's all based on nostalgia.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it. It just doesn't. It seems as though it's got that kind of, like studio laughter track thing that just isn't something that I'm really into.
I know. I don't like when they have to tell me where to laugh.
Yes, exactly. I completely agree.
Yeah. The episode is titled Nightmare on Elk Avenue, and it centers on the fears of the show's teenage protagonist, Adam. And after he sees the original Nightmare on Elm Street movie. Oh, I get it, because it's back in the day. He sees it, and then Freddy visits him in his nightmares.
Okay. That's quite interesting,
that's clever.
I guess. Yeah, it is, definitely. I'm not going to see it, though.
I'm sure.
I'm not just going to dive in like 4 seasons in.
No. I'm sure Robert was appreciative of the work.
Of course, yeah. I mean, he's just working like, he's next to Jason Edmiston at all these like conventions.
Absolutely.
No doubt about it. Absolutely. he
Absolutely.
is. Like, I don't know why I'm ragging on Edmiston. I'm really not. Like, he just keeps coming up all the time because he's like the best in the game. But
this is his season.
Like Robert Englund does these days.
No, Edmonston did the smart play, which is what you do is that you somehow align yourself with Halloween because people love Halloween. It's almost as if I figured that out when I made Creep Week years ago.
Wow.
In 2014. And we've been creeping ever since. All right, over on TCM, you ready for some classic movies?
Of course. Frankenstein.
Frankenstein's
Who
cousin.
Met Your Mother. Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Frankenstein's lawyer. All right. White Zombie from 1932, which I know that more as the band.
The Zombies or White Zombie?
White Zombie.
I've never even heard. I don't know who that is.
White Zombie was that dude's that directed the Halloween movie.
Rob Zombie.
Rob Zombie. Yeah, that was his band, White Zombie.
Oh, right. Never heard of him.
1935's Mark of the Vampire.
Mm.
And then they're going to end with 1942's Night Monster.
Oh, God.
So
why
good.
is that?
So good.
Stop it.
So good.
TCM. Have you even heard of any of these movies?
These movies, I only know the things that were influenced by them. For example, like White Zombie, I know that they made a band and they're like, yeah, we named our band after a very great horror film from 1932. Dig through the ditches and burn through the witches and dig through the trenches of Dracula. That's all I know.
Yeah, but I know less, so we're
That's
doing
why I'm
well.
the host.
We're absolutely nailing it.
That's why I'm the host, because I know more. All right. Over on AMC Fear Fest, premiere event, Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter.
Oh, I saw this at the cinema. Oh, it hurts. I read the book and everything. Oh,
Wow, you really bought into it.
Do you think less of me now?
Was it good?
Yeah, I don't know. It was the book was relatively interesting. It tried to kind of stay too close to kind of the historical aspect of it and like kind of bring the vampires in. And there was an idea was there, but the movie was just bad, real bad. But I couldn't recommend it. But you should definitely watch it though.
All right, maybe I will. Maybe I will because it's on part of AMC Fear Fest over on Freeform. Now, this I've already seen, and I highly recommend it. Decorating Disney Halloween Magic. It's exactly what I wanted it to be, Sean.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. I was expecting you to be like disappointed, thinking it was going to be like this like really shitty thing, but that's amazing. Like come on, talk to me about it. Come on.
So they show them installing the Mickey pumpkin that's in the town square on Main Street, USA.
Oh,
they show them installing that. They show them like repainting it, and you get to meet all of the people that are involved on that. They also show this dude who's in charge of making the gingerbread cake that goes in the Nightmare Before Christmas layover.
Right.
And this guy, my whole family was laughing at him. They were making fun of him, like the kids in high school. But he almost cried about everything that he said. Like any physically, he looked a little different, and you could tell it was very emotional for him working at Disneyland. But I just, as the family made fun of him, I said, "I get you, bro. I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I understand where he's coming from." And there was a reoccurring theme. All these people that they showed that you got to meet. And by the way, they just like breezed over Disney World. They just like, it's basically like they just winked at you and said, Disney World, y'all pot garbage. And they focused on Disneyland, putting the pumpkin in, the Nightmare Before Christmas layover. They focused on what they do to Radiator Springs for
so good.
Halloween.
Halloween. Nice.
Halloween. And all
Like
of these
haulage.
people by society's terms, by cruel society's terms, they're all nerds. They're all geeks. But these are my people. I
Your
got 'em.
people.
I understood
Yeah.
it.
What have you done, Beth's dad? Stop
Exactly.
laughing.
Exactly.
What have you done?
Go back to
Screw
Greece.
off. Leave
Go
him
back to
alone.
Greece, immigrant. What these people all had in common, though, is they met their spouses. They started at Disneyland early, met somebody at Disneyland, married someone from Disneyland. So, Beth, you're on notice.
Divorced.
You're on notice. You're on notice that there could be a Disney divorce in your future, because I know that I got a wife. I got a bride to be out at 1330 Disneyland, and she gets me. She doesn't hate gluten. She feeds me the gingerbread cake.
Oh, I love gluten so much. So you think it's like the doppelganger thing, where there's definitely every time you go to Disneyland, there's somebody walking around who's like your perfect soulmate. That sounds super exciting.
That's exactly what I'm saying. But I would like to say, decorating Disney, Halloween magic, watch it in Disney. Make more of this. Like this. They never once tried to sell you a ticket. It wasn't an infomercial. They just told you how the park was made. Like, this was them looking at what's happening over in the YouTube world and says, we can one up you because we own the fucking park. We know the people behind the magic. And when you see how much it means to these people, this was a sacred hour of TV. We'll watch again.
Okay.
We'll
I need
watch
to find
again.
an illegal stream.
All right.
I'll find an illegal stream and I'll download it. And that sounds like my kind of thing, definitely.
I'll FaceTime you. I'll FaceTime you and we'll just watch it together.
Please, I think it's like that's definitely one of the squad goals. I feel like it should be for the rest of my life is to go to Disney during Halloween. Like I've done Christmas, I've done whatever, fucking Diamond, I've done all the times that I need to do, but it's just Halloween is the one where it's like I feel like I need to do it.
Do it, man. Just stop having that kid. All right, Hotel Transylvania.
Too
also,
late for that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. You could be a reckless.
Have you seen it?
You could be a reckless parent on trick or treating. You know,
you're dead right.
Could fix that problem. Oh, where did he go?
That's just true. I could give it a go. Yeah. Oh, go to the next house. We'll meet you there, little guy.
I bet there's some candy out in that.
Breaks my heart thinking about it.
I bet there's some candy out in that lake. Keep going,
Georgie.
Keep going,
Georgie. Where's the balloon, Georgie? No, the thought of it. No,
breaks your heart, huh?
Genuinely. When he was a little bit smaller and he couldn't talk much, I don't care. But now he's like speaking and stuff, like he's an actual person now, and it makes me feel ill thinking about stuff like that. So no, let's not do it. He can come to Disney with me. It's all good.
Hotel Transylvania and Spooky Buddies over on Freeform.
No, we talked about that. I don't know what Spooky Buddies is anyway.
I don't either.
No,
I don't
leave
either.
me alone.
Hotel Transylvania, though. You like that one?
I've never seen it. I hear that my 9-year-old niece said that the third one was a classic, an absolute cinema classic. So, she knows. She knows.
Thursday, 10/25. We are now a week less than Halloween. AMC Fear Fest. Demons Inside Marathon. Are you ready for this one?
No.
It runs from 10 a.m. to 3:40 a.m. It features Annabelle, Exorcist 2 and 3.
Yeah, into that.
The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. Seen that.
The Omen.
Yeah.
The Omen's way scarier.
New one or the old one?
The Omen is way scarier if you have a nut allergy.
Oh, it totally is.
That's what I'm
you're
working
on that plane and you get the... yeah. Oh, there's nothing worse than the watching the almond when you're on a plane.
She was on a plane. She didn't know there was an almond on the plane. The almond.
Oh man, I know somebody who died of like that. It's like the grossest thing, but still, imagine like being so shit at life that you're allergic to nuts.
Dude,
like that is like the worst thing ever.
Dude, I met a woman who is in a wheelchair. She cannot speak. She has limited control of her body. And she's married.
So you didn't really meet her then?
Well, easy.
Go on.
And her husband is as healthy as you or I.
works at Disneyland.
No. Well, yeah, she has a husband there too. Apparently we all do. But her husband was as healthy as you or I. And I told Beth, I go, man, what a hero to marry someone that can hardly communicate and cannot take care of herself. Like, what a hero. She said, oh no. When they met, they were perfectly the same. You know, she was healthy, he was healthy. They went to a restaurant, an Asian restaurant, and she said that she had a peanut allergy, and they said, oh, the dish doesn't have peanuts in it. And that condition that she's in is from eating fucking peanuts.
Oh my God. Can you just, I can't even imagine. It's just like the worst thing ever. Worse than fucking Hotel Transylvania 3.
Dude, to see her and to meet her and to go, wow, that's what can happen from a nut allergy. That's insane. Like it still to this day, it flips me out to think about that. You could just be normal 1 minute and then you're eating a dish that you shouldn't have. Boom. I bet Hammer would eat it though. Hammer would take those odds.
Well, this is what I was just going to say. It's like, if you give me those odds and it's just like you say, like, oh, you know, you're going to be allergic to it. Like, I'm allergic to peaches and plums. And I don't eat them. Even though I like the taste of them, I don't. If they said, like, oh, you're allergic to, like, Nutella.
Apparently my last dog was allergic to peaches too.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I forgot. Why are you laughing? It's not even funny. Like, that's absolutely horrendous. You hate peaches so much because of it. You know, I just like bring up the mention of peaches and you usually like stare me down as though we're having some kind of like Mexican standoff, and it's just now you're creasing about peaches. Poor Darby. Bloody hell.
Oh, sweet Turby. Too young. Please always throw your peach pit away. Don't leave it on the street. Dogs eat them. Dogs swallow them. They get stuck in their intestines. Dogs die. $5,000 in a leash. $5,000 bill and a leash. It's the opposite of suitcase in a dream.
It really is. Oh my God.
$5,000 bill and a leash. That's right. He came into the vet and he left with $5,000 bill and a leash.
I would find a way of not paying for it.
I still thought about like cancel the credit card. Get the transaction on there, then cancel the credit card. Burn off my fingerprints. Melt my social security number. They also have, after the almond, they have Prince of Darkness and the 45th anniversary of The Exorcist.
Yeah, they're all good films.
I'll tell you
what Prince of Darkness is.
Hey friends, thank you so much for listening to Comment Below's complete guide to all things Halloween on TV. If you're a Circle of Trust member, go over to our website, log in, go to this entry for this episode where you download the full version, but also below we have each date of Halloween written out with all of these different programs. Of course, you'll have to check your local listings, but isn't it just fun to see all of the festivities and happenings that are going on? I love when the world gets into the idea of let's make a party, let's do something different, let's decorate, let's have a marathon. And our marathon of Creep Week is made possible by the Circle of Trust members. All you've heard on today's show is us hanging around, dicking about, but a sponsor of Jack Prince that gives you a discount on all kinds of printing, or Flyland Designs, where you can get a discount on brushes to become a better illustrator. All of this is made possible by people that believe in design and the fulfillment of trying to find a career that matches your emotional dreams, right? Pursuing a passion and trying to squeeze out that profit wherever we can. Today's episode and all episodes are made possible by members of the Circle of Trust. So thank you so much for allowing me to be here to make 5 years of Creep Week. And think about it. The world of Halloween is this big. Now imagine the world of Halloween through the lens of design and creativity and turning that into a career. Imagine how small that diagram gets. Well, that's why it's important that people listen to the show, support the show. When you sign up, you get our complete archive of over 840 episodes, and you get the full version of each and every one of them. Like today, you'll get a whole extra hour of Sean and I hanging out where we talk about the Halloween TV guide, and we both saw A Star is Born. We give a non-spoiler review, and then we get balls deep because we had to talk all about it. Let's get back into today's first episode of Creep Week, 1 of 8. Thank you so much for being a part of our Halloween festivities. Thank you even more for becoming a Circle of Trust member. Sign up today at AID.network. I'll tell you why my mom is a bad mom.
Okay. How long have we got?
Alexa, when did The Exorcist come out?
1976 or something like that? 74 maybe?
If you talk, how am I supposed to hear Alexa?
Oh, I'm being Alexa.
Alexa, when did The Exorcist come out?
The film The Exorcist was released about 45 years ago on December 26, 1973.
1973.
December as well. Christmas movie.
I was probably like 4 or 5 Christmas movie.
Whoa.
I was probably like 4 or 5. My mom took me to see that movie in the theater, and it melted my mind. It was so scary. And that got me in the pattern of never watching horror movies. I didn't think that I liked them because I saw that at a way too young of age, and it freaked me the fuck out. Okay.
Oh, man, your mum is the best.
She's like you on Halloween with Henry. All right, TCM.
Oh.
Are you ready for a shit bag of old movies?
No. Skip. Go on.
Nope. 1939, The Human Monster. 1940, The Devil Bat. They're not even trying in the 40s.
That should be Billy's new nickname, the Devil Bat.
The Devil Bat. 1942, The Corpse Vanishes. 1941, Spooks Run Wild.
It's not even funny. It's just racist.
1942, Bowery at Midnight. Oh, in 1944, The Canterville Ghost. Now, if this is the ghost that goes to Cantor's, my favorite Jewish deli in LA. Now, have I ever taken you to Cantor's?
No, what is it? Where is it? Why is it? How is it?
It's on Fairfax. It is a Jewish deli. They have the best sandwiches you could imagine. Like
salt beef sandwiches kind of thing?
Like pastrami, roast beef, just the best. They have probably 50 different sandwiches that you can choose from. As an appetizer, you can get these pickles that they make in-house that are fantastic. And then when you leave, they have a bakery. And they have all kinds of different cookies and breads. And when we used to do AID Live, we did that down the street. We'd always finish with dinner at Cantor's, and I'd get a little box of fucking cookies. It comes in a little pink box, and I'd always just tell the person on the other side of the counter, like, just give me some of your favorites. And I would just drive back home on the 405, just pounding cookies the whole way.
It genuinely sounds like the best thing ever. That's exactly what I do. Just get road snacks whenever I go somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, Mark, we need to go there.
Yeah, let's do it when you're here. Let's do it. We need to do more LA strutting. And then Thursday.
Yes, we do.
On Freeform. Hotel Transylvania comes back again. But
no.
Sorry, I've been trying to delete out all the reruns. But the scariest movie ever. 2003. The Haunted Mansion with Eddie Murphy.
Oh, I've never seen it. Have you seen it?
No. It's got to be horrible. There's no way
it can be good.
It's got to be horrible.
How closely tied in do you think it is? Do you think the Hatbox Ghost's in there? Do you think it's got the songs? I guess it's just a song.
I don't know, because their idea was, well, instead of taking everything in the parks and redoing it to fit a property, what if we make a property? Make a film about what we already have. And it worked beautifully with Pirates of the Caribbean. So then they tried to do it with the Haunted Mansion. But, that was the moment when Eddie Murphy would just do anything for a paycheck.
Yeah, it's true. Very true.
He just ruined what a great career was. Yeah.
And it's Jungle Cruise next.
Yeah, actually, Tomorrowland now seems better because you know how bad that movie is.
Exactly, it's like the Cinderella thing that we were talking about before. But Jungle Cruise next, isn't it? That's
with The Rock.
That's the next one, right? Yeah, I don't quite understand why that's going to be a thing, but I don't understand the classic stuff around Jungle Cruise personally.
I don't either.
That's just me.
And then the Final Girls. I don't know what that is.
No, but I'd be willing to watch it.
All right.
What are you laughing at?
Because you're funny. Hey, what's up?
Oh, thank you.
What's up, you witches? Huh? Suck on this, you witches. If you're looking for witches, this is my guide to witches. American Horror Story Apocalypse over on FX. No way is that good.
Absolutely not.
Charmed
Not a chance.
on the CW.
Nope.
The Chilling
Absolutely
Adventures
not.
of Sabrina on Netflix.
What is that, like a remake thing? I remember hearing something about that. They're like bringing it back.
Yeah. Perhaps the most anticipated horror series of the season, Netflix's Chilling Adventures of Sabrina stars Kierman Shipka as the titular
Okay.
Sabrina and a very Riverdale-esque incarnation of one of your favorite teen witches. Just don't expect a talking cat this time. Chilling Adventures premieres on October 26.
No, I don't think I'm going to watch that.
And then
Are
over
you?
on... No, I'll pass. Hard pass. And then over on Shudder, Witch in the Window.
No, definitely not. I barely have time to watch anything anyway because
Oh.
there's no way Ruth would watch one of these. Go on.
I don't know. This sounds like you. You ready? A father.
Yeah, of course.
A father and his young son take a bonding trip together with the goal of fixing up an old house. Dude, this is so far you all the way. Until they discover its former occupant was a cruel woman whose spirit may have stuck around after she died.
Could I just go without my son and just go on my own and have a bit of alone time?
Oh, like
'Cause
all your other
otherwise, Yeah,
trips.
that's. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, let's not talk about that. It makes me feel like a bad dad.
10/26, Friday, this Friday, right? Work week's done. You're going to hang out with your family. And you're going to watch Hawaii Five-0, Shades of Stand By Me.
What? What do you mean? Explain it to me. Go on. You
All
can
right,
do
in the
this.
States on CBS, they have remade Hawaii Five-0
Yes, and it's got that guy who was in like Entourage.
and the dude from Lost.
Yeah, the dude. Yeah, I don't know.
And
Who
this
that
one's
is.
called
But, yeah.
Shades of Stand By Me, where Jerry, George Garcia, and his old camp pals seek a body.
Right. No, I think like I understand like people doing crossovers. I don't know why Hawaii Five-0 is doing it. It makes no sense to me. No.
I don't
Do you
get
watch
it either.
it? Have you ever seen it?
No.
Okay.
No,
Good.
no.
Glad to hear it.
But it's
I
my
don't have to think less of you
responsibility.
anymore.
We're not allowed to comment on the news. We're just allowed to deliver the news. That's what we swore
Of
into.
course.
Are you ready for this?
Of course. Yeah, partisan.
Here's a good one. Enjoy your candy corn during the classic. It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Okay.
Friday, October
that good?
26th on ABC. And you get to hear Chuck, the loser of all, go out. And when everybody else gets candy, Chuck, I got a rock.
Can I ask you a question about candy corn?
You have no comments
That's not-
about Charlie Brown, a classic?
No, not
The
really,
Great
because
Pumpkin?
I've never seen it.
You've never
We
seen the
don't
Great
get-
Pumpkin, Charlie Brown?
Mark, we don't really get like Charlie Brown
you don't get
over here.
peanuts because your country has a nut allergy.
Yeah, exactly. No, we there's a Snoopy thing. There's definitely a Snoopy thing, but there isn't a Charlie Brown thing in the UK. So like you can tell because if you go into the Vans UK website, all of the sale items are all that Snoopy stuff that came out
Oh, really?
last year. But it's just not a thing. Snoopy definitely is, but it's still not a big deal. It's not like Piglet
What about Joe
or,
Cool?
I don't know what that is. Who's that?
Joe Cool. All right, Snoopy's awesome. I've loved Snoopy
Right.
since I was a kid. Like, he's fucking cool as shit. But his alternate ego
Okay, I know
is
what you
Joe
mean.
Cool when he wears Ray-Bans. And Joe Cool is a
Yes.
fucking dickhead. But Snoopy is rad. Joe Cool, suck a dick.
Yeah, well, that seems fair enough. But yeah, so I'm sorry that I don't really have like much of a grasp on the Charlie Brown thing, but it's just not really a thing. The Christmas one's the same. It's like everyone goes on about it, and like obviously I know references of it from like Arrested Development, but I don't really know. Never seen the thing.
Merry Christmas, Charlie Brown.
It just seemed like a bunch of sad kids. I feel really, really bad.
So good.
Whenever I've seen anything.
So good. All right. Candy corn. Ask.
Sorry, man. Talk to me. Well, I don't know what it is. Like, I see it in like when I go to like Target, I was in Target like a month ago in Chicago, and you see it all the time. It's that
triangle,
like orange and white triangle.
Yeah.
What is it? What does it taste like?
It looks like a rotten tooth. It's white at the tip.
Is it
gets
nice?
a little yellow, a little orange,
Is that
brown
what it's
at the base.
supposed to be?
I don't know if that's what it is, but it looks like one.
I'd just be quite interesting because is it something you can get all year round?
No.
Or can you only
It's
get
a Halloween candy.
Will you buy me some?
Sure, I'll buy you some. It's real sugary.
I'd like to try
it. It's real sugary. Have you ever had a circus peanut?
No.
It tastes like a harder circus peanut. Yeah. All right.
No, I don't know what that is.
This Friday,
please get me
I'll
some.
get you a bag. I'll go get you a bag today.
Thank you.
Maybe I'll have some.
Cheers.
All
man.
right. This Friday, over on Freeform, a Halloween classic, The Lost World, Jurassic Park.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, again, it's the same thing where like that movie, it looked real bad, and then they brought out these new ones, and now it's like, it is a classic.
It is a classic.
It's as good as it's going to get.
How does it tie into Halloween? Just because it has monsters in it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Dinosaur. I'm not really sure.
Okay.
It doesn't. Vince Vaughn.
Monsters. Dinosaurs.
Monsters, isn't it? It's the same thing.
And then also on Freeform, they have Teen Spirit.
I don't know what that is.
I just know.
Is that like a Nirvana thing?
That would be great. That would be really great.
Yeah.
AMC's Fear Fest this Friday has a Hellraiser marathon. Starts at 9 a.m., goes to 12:30 a.m. Features Hellraiser, Hellraiser 3, Hellraiser Revelations, and the premieres of Hellraiser IV through VIII.
Okay, 4-9 then.
Dude, what's up with...
No, 8.
I love that it mentions everything but Hellraiser 2. I love there's always one movie
Yeah, what's wrong with
where they can't get the licensing.
Yeah, that's just been like... Yeah, is that what it is? Or it just maybe it's so bad that they can't show
It's
it?
got to be a licensing deal. And then I found this to be one of the most interesting Halloween stunts. It's called Channel Zero, The Dream Door. Friday, October 26th on Sci-Fi, over 6 straight nights, newlyweds fear what lies behind an unfamiliar door in their home. That's kind of interesting to start a show on Friday night, show it 1 hour every night all the way up to Halloween. That's pretty inventive.
Yeah, I would watch it if it wasn't such a bad show.
And yeah, the
Hopefully it should be something better.
The premise is a little weak, but it's a good idea. Sean, do you want haunted houses?
Absolutely, I do, yeah.
This is what everybody's been talking about. The Haunting of Hill House on Netflix.
Oh, yeah, I've seen about this.
Yeah, a lot of people and people who listen to our show have been saying that Steve Karosik, Circle of Trust member, said the best new show is The Haunting of Hill House on Netflix. It's terrifying, heartbreaking, and highly addicting. Adam Cutler replied, thank you for being COT, Adam. Also backing this. Holy crap. It's just devastating and enthralling. And then the contrarian of all. He went to Billy's school of being a dickhead. Don Clark. Totally agree with this.
Of course.
We're 7 episodes in, and it's a good one. So there you go. The COT vouches for it. You have to watch it. You have to get into it. The Haunting of Hill House on Netflix. I watched the trailer for it to do some studying, and it looked fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah, you want me to tell you about it?
We're looking for a new show. Yeah, of course.
Ace horror director Mike Flanagan reteams with his Gerald's Game star Carla Gugino for this adaptation of the classic.
Yeah, I saw that.
For this adaptation of the classic Shirley Jackson novel.
I don't know about the novel, but I saw Gerald's Game. It's a Stephen King thing. That
okay.
It was real good.
The Haunting of Hill House unfolds over 2 timelines, past and present, and focuses on how a family has grown along with the trauma they endured from growing up in Hill House.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that sounds good, definitely. As long as it's not like American Horror Story, where it's like kind of schlocky nonsense.
No.
I don't like that kind of thing. But yeah, no, that sounds interesting.
COT is saying this one's strong. Now, this is what I don't get. Over on AMC, they're doing a Friday the 13th marathon, but it airs Saturday.
But even if it aired on Friday, it wouldn't be Friday the 13th. So maybe it would just confuse people anyway.
All right, there you go. That's why you're here. It features Friday the 13th 1 through
5.
IX.
Right. Okay.
And
It's a load of shit films.
yeah. You know what? I'll be honest with you. I'll come clean. Still haven't seen one.
Any of them? Which one's Friday the 13th? Is that Jason, or is that Freddy, or is that the Halloween one? Myers.
It's Michael Myers, the spook that scared me.